Dimension line, break from the middle, field arrow on both the end, put dimension in middle that won't be parallel to any line. In unidirectional method you can see dimension from your front side only. We'll give another dimension of the vertical line. Draw extension line, then draw dimension line. Field arrow on both the ends. Give dimension in the break space. Another horizontal dimension. Draw extension line. Then draw dimension line. We'll have break space in the middle of the dimension line. Give dimension in the break space. Now remaining dimension is of circle. Again same way, draw an arrow, field from both the sides, take out another arrow, then write dimension beside the extended arrow. This method is known as unidirectional method. You can see clear visible difference between two dimensioning system. First, in the align method, dimension line is complete and the dimension given is above dimension line. Over here, the dimension line is break in middle and the dimension is given in the break space. For the vertical dimension, the dimension is parallel to the vertical line. But over here, as you can see, the dimension you can see from the front side only, it is not parallel to any line. Third visible difference is for the diameter, the dimension mentioned over here is written on the extended arrow line. Over here in unidirectional method, the dimension of diameter is written beside the extended arrow. So this is a clear visible difference between aligned method and unidirectional method. Nowadays, most of the industry is using unidirectional method, as reading of aligned method is quite tedious if we are having many dimensions. But unidirectional method is very much popular nowadays. We'll move further to the next problem. The next problem says that we need to draw an involute of square. Square side is of 25 mm. Now, what is the meaning of involute? Involute means that we have unfolded a polygon into a string and this polygon is captured while we have just unfold the polygon. we'll see this involute of the square. For this, we have given the dimension of 25 mm. We'll draw a square of 25 mm each side. Make sure that all the sides are perpendicular to each other. For that I am using protractor. I have drawn a square of 25 mm each. Don't forget to give the dimensions. After giving the dimensions, I'm just extending these side lines. As you can see, I have extended these side lines. I'm giving the nomenclature A, B, C and D. Take a compass. Take center as A, radius as AD, and draw an arc. We'll name this point as P1. Take B as center, P1 as B to P1 as radius, draw an arc. I'm just marking this arc for your convenience. Name that point as P2. Now take C as center, CP2 as radius, and draw an arc. Name this as P3. Now, before proceeding further, we'll do one thing. We will draw extended line from the AD as well. Take D as center, DP3 as radius, and draw an arc. Name this as P4. So this is the curve called involute. It indicates that when we have unfolded this square into a string, it will capture a curve like this. Don't forget to mention that the curve is involute. Also don't forget to mention the dimension, nomenclature, all the things. So that's it. It's quite easy sum. Let's repeat the procedure. First of all, draw a square of 25 mm each side. Now extend the sides and take A as center, AD as radius, mark an arc. You will get the point P1. Take B as center, P1 as radius, and draw an arc. Now take C as center, CP2 as radius, and mark an arc named P3. Take D as center, DP3 as radius, mark an arc named P4. So this is how you can get a involute. In other exams, involutes of pentagon, involute of square, involute of triangle have been asked. You can practice it by your own. All involute generated by this only. We'll proceed further for the next problem. The next problem says that illustrate different type of line, their uses in the engineering drawing. Now this is a quite important question. There are so many different kind of lines which we can use in the engineering drawing. All the lines have their own importance. We'll see how this line works, how this line can be used for this further processes, and what is the importance of this line, how we can use, what is the application of it. We will now see. In the exam, this question asks about 5 marks. So first of all, you should make a proper table. I have made 4 columns: serial number, line, name of line and application. First line, is called as thick line. Now, what would be the application of the thick line? The application of thick line can be outer body of any object. It can be outer body of any object. Second is thin line. Is thin line. What is the application of thin line? Thin line can be used for the dimensioning purpose. Third is called center line. To draw a center line, one big dash, short dash, big dash and short dash. You can designate like this: big dash, short dash, big dash, short dash. It's called center line. This center